ridiculous getup. I am driving home from my night shift in my monkey scrubs and in my black light, or not black light, my blue light blocking glasses so that I can sleep appropriately when I get home. So I apologize if I look absolutely ridiculous right now. But I haven't vlogged in a couple days and I really wanted to come on here, and even though I am going to make like formal sit-down videos to kind of talk about everything going on, I did want to come on and just like share my feelings because I just feel like there's so much happening and I might not remember all of it for like a sit-down vlog. So I just wanted to, and I have like no time usually in between. I've been working so many shifts lately, and so I just had to come on and talk to you guys real quick. So first of all, today I am 4 days past a 5-day transfer, and I'm definitely feeling some stuff happening. Like right now even, I'm having like some weird pulling sensations down below, like really low. Actually kind of like my right ovary almost is where I feel it, but not my ovary, it just like is around there, and I know the location of it because like when I was during my stimulation phase and really uncomfortable, like I could feel my ovaries, and so now I kind of know where my ovaries are located in my body when I feel weird things, and so I feel like it's kind of near there, but I'm just feeling some like pulling and pinching and tightness down there, so I guess that's a good sign. They did say during transfer though that my ovaries were as big as my uterus is. So each ovary is as big as my uterus. So I'm still really bloated and still really uncomfortable, and I thought I was recovering great. And I think I am, it's just that they did get huge. And so it's so hard to tell like what could be a possible pregnancy symptom and what could be just like IVF symptoms. So anyways, yesterday I tested out my trigger, and I officially like 2 days ago had a completely negative on the cheapy home pregnancy tests. So that was good because I had a lot of positives during the trigger, like after the HCG injection, and then I tested it out and it was officially gone 2 days ago. And then yesterday I did a cheapy home pregnancy test, and I know it's still way too early. I've only ever heard of one other person getting a positive 3 days past a 5-day transfer, and they were pregnant with triplets. So, and there's like an extremely small, it would have to be identical triplets, which I highly, highly doubt. But anyways, so anyhow, so I wasn't expecting positive. I wasn't sure if I saw like a shadow of a line. I don't know. It was so, I don't think there was really anything there. I didn't really count it. And then I took a first response test just because I couldn't help myself. And also because it's been so long since I've taken a first response test that I haven't seen these new crazy curved ones that everyone's been talking about. So I actually really, like, the geekery got the best of me, and I really wanted to just check out these crazy curved pregnancy tests, which personally I feel like are such a freaking gimmick because I am just too, like, control freaky about certain things. And I'm sure most of you understand this, when you're trying to conceive for so long, like, you don't want to risk peeing on a stick. Like, I would so much rather pee in a Dixie cup or something and like dip the stick into it, because I just feel like the odds of like not getting enough on the stick or something like that, like, or doing it for not long enough or too short and being worried about peeing on your hand and stuff, like, I just feel like that would be too risky to do. Okay guys, so anyways, as I was saying, I always just feel better about peeing in a cup and dipping it in. So anyways, I wanted to check out these new crazy curve things, which I think are a total gimmick, and I also was paranoid that it made it harder to see if there was actually a line there or not. And so I, looked at it, and I even did the thing I used to do back in the day when I was like first trying, and I took pictures of it with my phone with like the flash on, and then looked at it, like I could zoom in on it, because that used to be the easiest way for me to actually tell if there was something there. And I did that, and there was absolutely nothing there on the first response. So that's a big fat negative, but I told myself before I took the test, I said I am not going to let this affect how I feel. The other thing I told myself is that I'm not just taking it just to see if I I'm pregnant or not. I'm also taking it just to make sure, because the day before that, when I said the trigger was completely out of my system, I, you know, took it and I only had like a 4 or 5 hour hold because I had the night off the night before, and like when I don't work a night shift, I tend to do this weird thing where I like fall asleep with my husband in our bed, like roughly what time that he goes to bed, and I take like a 4 hour nap, and then I like wake up for a couple hours, and then I like go back to sleep after he leaves for work. It's the most bizarre thing, and that's like a relatively new thing. I've been really tired on all the hormones, so that's been more of a thing. But anyways, so I had taken a 4 hour nap and then taken the test. So it was only, 4 hour nap, took the test, and then I went back to sleep, and then I only slept for like 5 hours because we were going out to dinner that night with his mom. So I only had like a 5 hour hold, and I was like, well, I want to test again just to make sure it truly is out of my system, because if I test today, which is 4 days past transfer, and I see something, I want to make sure that that's really something and not just the trigger. So that was the biggest reason why I really wanted to take those tests. But yeah, I was surprised the first response had absolutely nothing on it, and wasn't the most convenient thing, this weird curve thing. I'm just not a huge fan of it. But whatever, I've actually had really good luck with the cheapies. I know they work really well because I used them for my trigger, and they were all like really starkly positive. So I really liked them, and I'm having good luck with them. So I'm just gonna keep going with the cheapies. They're like the clinical guard ones, not Wandfo clinical guard. That's the kind I used to use before too. It's what I used for my LH tests and all that good stuff. So anyways, God, even as I'm talking to you guys right now, I'm literally feeling like weird pinching and pulling and like kind of weird little pains, like super down below. It was on my right, yeah, my right side when I first started talking to you guys, but now it's like on my left. It's so weird, just like pinching, weird pulling pains. Kind of feels a little bit like endometriosis. And I did have some endo pain like while I was stimming, like towards the end when my ovaries were huge. So I still feel, and it went away. Like 2 days after egg retrieval, it basically went away. And so this is the first I've been feeling that. So I think that's probably a pretty good sign.